And welcome to another Wrecking Ball Wednesday. Are you guys ready for a little wrecking? I think it's going to be a fun one. Let's go. Alrighty, let's talk about who is up on the menu here tonight. We've got one of our favorite oldie goldies, but bringing it back because they have come back into the limelight while they have disappeared off of YouTube after their calamitous blowouts. Now they are back behind the scenes doing, the same old crap again. So let's roll back a little bit. Here is Day Trader Paradise. So let's talk about Day Trader Paradise, another place you want to avoid if you are a day trader, if you do not want to blow your accounts. This is definitely a place, in our opinion, you want to avoid. We're going to lay out the facts here for you tonight, and maybe you agree with us, and we'll talk about why that might be. Now, look, their pricing is pretty wretched. You guys can go and figure it out for yourself. Go check them out. But let's give a little nefarious background on some other details that are going on here with this group over here. Now, the man who runs this is a guy named John Matthew Cowart. He goes by Matt. You think he's trying to confuse everybody with trades by Matt and keeping all that under wraps, because if you actually go look this guy up, there are some definitely things that you are going to want to be checking out on Mr. Sketchy. John Matthew Cowart is definitely sketchy. Now, let's talk about some of those things. What is up with this? Now, John Matthew Cowart also has another LLC called Cowart Trading LLC, C-O-W-A-R-T, although we've come to find out the guy is quite a coward, along with his last name being Cowart, and we will back that up with showing you why here this evening. Now, Day Trader Paradise has the Cowart Trading LLC. They have a SEC filing where they potentially and most likely illegally solicited for funds. Now you might want to know, well, if they solicited for funds and they made a bunch of people money, well then everybody would probably be happy, right? Well, there are some things you need to know about hedge funds. If you're going to solicit for funds, you can have up to 15 people and you do not have to basically do all this extra stuff. Okay, at 16, there's a lot more craziness. So he got exactly to 15, and then a collection of $405,000 of 15 people's money that were wired to him that he was responsible for as their trader. Now, you might, you kind of want him to make money for you, right? Well, we're gonna see what happened with that fund. Before, we were only speculating that this money had been lost because we had a lot of reasoning to believe that. We couldn't find anybody talking about, hey, it was successful or whatever. Like, well, what happened to this fund? And he was out there every day, like trading some little tiny account every day, some small account challenge. It's like, what happened to this $405,000? Well, I think a lot of people kind of want to know that, don't you? Well, come to find out, folks, we were unfortunately right. We now have the evidence to back it up. This Furu Guru, we had quite a few things that we had posted out a while back. We will go ahead and re-release this video after we've had it reviewed by our legal team, because they have sent us a request to pull it down, but we wanted to make sure that everything that we put in here was legit. Now, again, we've given them opportunity. We gave them 4 days prior to us putting this out before to respond to any of our allegations, but they didn't respond. And then now, though, after, I don't know, it's been months, we have been requested to take it down. And okay, I've taken it down right now to make sure that everything that we have said is legit, and it is. There are a few updates here, but everything that we put into this video was absolutely legit. Now, why do we put this little flag here on a legal conflict? There's a concept called piercing the veil, okay? What we have found is going on there is Matthew J. Cowart, in trying to circumvent some rules, likely, is that he has Day Trader Paradise on one side, okay, and then he's got Cowart Trading on the other side, and he's trying to do this, oh, I didn't collect funds from my DTP for this company over here, except for the fact that, see, this is called piercing the veil. This little separation on LLCs, by this being an LLC and this being an LLC, if they're same owner, and when there are mixtures of the capital between the two, this becomes a problem. And he was soliciting the people from here to come to his deathbed of trading over here. So this is called piercing the veil, and this is not hold up in court. He cannot say, well, no, I didn't do this. But, and technical, the rules around how you can solicit is very specific around hedge funds. And look, if you're gonna do your thing and y'all want to throw your money at this guy, you go, absolutely, but you can do that. But here's the results. You guys want to see the results? Now, mind you, there are also some question marks. What happens to a lot of these funds when they do this type of stuff is they disappear the funds, and oftentimes the scammer will run off with the funds themselves. They will actually pocket the money, pretend to have traded. They will say, oh, there was a cataclysmic event, an unforeseen event in the markets, and you know, stuff went bad and the account blew up, and you know, oh, sorry, you know, everybody, but you guys knew the risks, right? This is how they operate. Now, I'm not saying Day Trader Paradise. I am definitely not saying that Day Trader Paradise did do this. I'm saying how most of these scams operate, which is why you should never send your funds to one of these questionables, if you know what I'm saying. And this is definitely one that I'm going to say you want to avoid, because Cowart Trading over here, under his management, managed to blow $400,000 of everyone's money in a matter of basically no time at all. Let's look at this zoom in here so you can see month over month. In a matter of nearly less than 4 months, if I can, I don't even know if I can get this to zoom in that far. Is it going to get any bigger? How about this? Is it going to work? There we go. So that P&L curve does not look pretty. Yeah, so we're literally all the way to zero in 4 months. That's probably not what the investors were expecting, I imagine. So I would probably avoid them from that. Now, how quickly this went down, I mean, I was going through the stats of this thing. Again, this is from a whistleblower inside of the Day Trader Paradise group that's very pissed off about having lost their funds, and I can imagine why. Now, if you were taken by Day Trader Paradise, I think he also uses scare tactics to prevent anybody from going and doing anything about this. But if you guys would like to come to me, I can help you with some options for yourself that you might want to consider if you are going to try to get your capital back from this Day Trader group. If you lost funds with this, there are things you guys can pursue, because even though he was supposed to have only gotten 15 people, what we see is there was actually more people that added to the fund later, which means that unless they were the same investors, that, I don't know, that you guys, you'll have to do the judgment yourself on that. But it looks as though there was a redeposit of funds from another person, and we saw another solicited depositor come in after the initial fund was started, which means he was probably over 16. Which means you probably have some legal rights that go after it. I don't know, I'm just speculating here, but you might want to look into that if you were taken by this guy. And you also need to make sure that he was actually trading those funds in a real account, because there are, again, I'm not saying he is, but there are a lot of scammers. What they do is pocket the funds, and again, do that whole thing where, oops, it got lost, they trade it in some fake account, or you never see it, and they think, oh, but no, it's right here in the Excel spreadsheet. Well, folks, a spreadsheet, I don't know how many times I've told you guys, you cannot believe somebody who's sending you a spreadsheet. You need the broker statements. Get the statements, and then, yeah, that's it. So I would verify that these were actually lost, because he may have pocketed it, he may actually have it. I'm just speculating here. You guys might want to check into that and look into that. But buyer beware. If he did it all legit, he is still an absolute shit trader. All right. Yeah, and of course we have done previous videos. If you guys want to go check out the other videos, again, we'll be re-releasing this video, making certain that it has been run through our legal team first. But here are all the things. I'll go through this briefly. Deleted everything. Like right now, if you go to Day Trader Paradise YouTube channel, all of it was deleted after he was basically dropping his accounts. It's hot. Like after 7 months, literally the thing had run up and then to zero again, like in a single day. This is how these martingale, dig your way out of trades happens. And so same old thing, just like his live account trading other people's funds, he did the same thing with his small account challenge. So they deleted all of it. That's probably not pretty good, not very good thing, especially when he was claiming that it was full 100% transparency, blah, blah, blah. Well, why did he disappear all that then, bro? I think we all know why. January 15th, TTP streams, Vinny's full. Oh yeah, so he lied about having seen my broker statements and whatnot, and then he took my broker statements and started complaining to AMP about them. He's got AMP all wound up and writing to me because he's out there like showing my broker statements to them. They're he's harassing them, so they're asking me to like, hey, can you stop putting your broker statements out there to guys like this because they just keep coming and harassing us. That was real fun. Appreciate that there, Matty boy. Claims Vinny has fallen for their fake account combos. I can't remember what this was about. Claims Vinny has fallen for their combos. I can't remember what that was about. We'll have to re-release this one. I have to re-review this myself. Claims to be the largest paid futures trade room. Again, the guy, like these people, they're just, I think they have like their sociopathic tendencies. You need to stay away from these in the day trading realm. Again, speculation, but I don't know why you can just go out here and just bold-faced lie to people. I assume that's sociopathic, but you guys tell me what you guys think down in the description down here below or in the comments. We'll be good with that. All right, let's speed on through this here. Let's get some dinner. Claims to be spending 10K per week on YouTube and whatnot. I thought this was true at the time, but I don't even know if that's actually true anymore. Might need to verify on that, whether he is spending that kind of cash, because he's still over there on Twitter bringing people in. He's collaborating with a group called the Wolf Group, which we're gonna have to look into those guys, because I don't know, they don't vet their guys or something, where they just like let anybody come onto their microphones and just chill for themselves. I don't know. It's I think they should be checking in. So Wolf, if you guys are listening in, you guys probably might want to do a little checking on the people and vet your people before you go bring them on your podcast. Just my opinion. Claims criminal charges alleging Vinny hacked their servers. Oh yeah, this is hilarious. They claimed I was hacking their stuff. That's completely false. Completely false. Claims Vinny put them on a spam list and phone number. That was completely false. Didn't do any of that crap. Claims DTP master tech, but doesn't know what a DDoS means. That was a funny one from that video. Claims Vinny called the broker and made orders on someone else's account. That was again another false claim from them. Claims Vinny stole his code. This was hilarious. Okay, they think that they've got cutting edge technology, whatnot, that I stole his code. First of all, the guy is literally renaming the tick and trend to resilience, essentially. I mean, he might have made a minor change to it, whatever, but just totally ignoring the fact that it's basically tick and trend, amongst other things. Claims YouTube is a public stunt and marketing team. Well, that was interesting. So that is probably a true claim, because he's definitely not out here to do anything else. Claims he's outperformed the ES and NQ on a small account. That is false. He didn't even outperform the SP 500 singly holding onto an ES contract. Would have been better than blowing out twice, and of course losing everybody's money. Again, another place you just should avoid, in our opinion. Claims cutting edge tech, VWAP, pivots, tick and trend, advanced decliners. Again, definitely, in our opinion, not cutting edge tech. If you hear all these things over there at Day Trader Paradise, buyer beware, save your cash, have a good one. Signing out. See ya.